पावर रिफॉर्म्स, और ये 1991 की डेफिनेशन है. फ्रॉम 1991 so many governments have changed, but the definition of power reforms has not changed. Same definition. So power reforms, from now onward we should be clear ki what is power reforms. When somebody uses the word power reform, be clear that this is power reform which is going on.
What is the meaning of power reform?
Oh, that's wonderful. Very nice. So we continuously discuss कि भाई पावर रिफॉर्म कर रही गवर्नमेंट, तो क्या है पावर रिफॉर्म का पॉइंट वाइज कि पावर रिफॉर्म्स, और ये 1991 की डेफिनेशन है. फ्रॉम 1991 so many governments have changed, but the definition of power reforms has not changed. Same definition. So power reforms, from now onward we should be clear ki what is power reforms. When somebody uses the word power reform, be clear that this is power reform which is going on. And uske bahut sare, there are a lot of components of power reforms which every government takes one small steps. There are 3 things in power reforms, only 1, 2, 3, and these are stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 1 of power reforms is unbundling, number 1. Stage 2 of power reforms is corporatization. कंपनी बना दो, make it a company. Stage 3 of power reforms is privatization. So these are the 3 stages of power reforms, and from 1991 this definition, whether it is X government or Y government or mixed government, they all have implemented this power reforms in various small steps. So for example, unbundling, first step of power reforms. In first step of power reforms, what you do is, so what was happening earlier before 1991 and especially before 2003, what was happening? So there were 3 general managers of a unified entity. So state government में एक entity थी, State Electricity Board, SEB. State Electricity Board में generation, transmission, distribution, all 3 things were done by same entity, State Electricity Board. So we used to have general manager or heads of generating company, heads of transmission entity, heads of distribution entity. The generating used to say ki sir, we are very efficient, our plant load factor is very high. So in fact some hydro plants used to say our plant load factor is 101%. It can happen in hydro electricity, and it is not because of us that we are in loss. It is because of transmission and distribution there is difficulty. Otherwise, as a generating unit, we are doing perfectly well. Allow us to export electricity to other states. You see, we will become profitable as a power plant. When we used to go to a transmission, general manager transmission or head of the transmission, he used to say that we are efficiently transporting electricity. So whatever generation is giving us, we are transporting it to DISCOMs. And our aggregate technical and commercial loss is very low. So we are very efficient. There is no problem with us. It is with generating company or a DISCOM which are not paying time and which are this is their responsibility to make it profitable. So third stage, when we used to go to a DISCOM or distribution unit of that same company, the head used to say, sir, you have made power a welfare. I have to supply electricity to everyone, whether he pays or he does not pay. So because of political reasons and because of social requirement, it is a basic necessity. How can I be profitable? Now this is a typical problem which happened with all the heads of the state. And he also says that you have made it mandatory for me to purchase electricity from my generating company. Allow me to purchase generation from other sources, from other states. They are giving cheaper power. This was the issue which was always discussed in board meeting, State Electricity Board. So one first step which was taken to increase efficiency, let us unbundle it. It is called first stage unbundling. In unbundling, it is called trifurcation. 3 entities. So one entity was made 3 entities or 3 profit centers. So Kerala State Electricity Board made 3 profit centers. One is Strategic Business Unit Generation, SBU, Strategic Business Unit Transmission, T, and Strategic Business Unit Distribution, D. So what happened? It became 3 profit centers. Now, once you become a profit center of generation, profit center of transmission, profit center of distribution, so then you are saying, the power engineers or the heads of the department that now you are independent, now become profitable. Your accounts and auditing will also be different. You are part of State Electricity Board, but you are unbundled entity. But there was a second problem. Second challenge was that now heads of these unbundled entities said that we need more investment to strengthen our system. So generating company says that we want to set up more generating plants so that we become viable. Transmission company says that to transport electricity efficiently, we need infrastructure upgradation. Discom will say that our infrastructure is very old. It is now 30, 40, 50 years old. We want to strengthen our infrastructure. So please invest. State government said, we don't have money. We will not invest in power sector. Please take money from banks or World Bank. We will give you sovereign guarantee. When the state electricity boards approached banks, it is maybe Power Finance Corporation, Rural Electrification Corporation or World Bank or any other public sector banks, the concern was that we cannot give you loan because you are government. You are not independent entity. If we have to give loan, we'll give to government. Make yourself a company, an independent entity, then we will give you loans. So second stage of reform, power reform started. Second stage of power reform is called corporatization. So these strategic business units, 3 strategic business units or 3 profit centers were incorporated. It is very simple. Incorporation means under Companies Act, they were made a company. So Assam State Electricity Board in 2004. And this is provided in Chapter 13 of Electricity Act. So Chapter 13 of Electricity Act, Section 131 to Section 134 provides for reorganization of electricity boards. So Assam State Electricity Board in 2004, 2003 we had Electricity Act. 2004 Assam Electricity Board made 3 companies. One was Assam Power Generating Company Limited. Second is Assam Electricity Grid Corporation Limited for transmission. And third is Assam Power Distribution Corporation Limited for distribution. It was very simple. So 3 profit centers they were corporatized as a company. They were made a company. So the second stage of power reforms is incorporation. Now there was another challenge. After corporatization, now you can take any loan from anyone. No problems. But after exhausting, जब आप collateral देते हो, after giving the collateral, after giving sovereign guarantee, there was a limit for loan, limit for investment. Government says the government has no business to be in business and additional funds were required to strengthen power sector. अब additional fund के लिए 2 रास्ते हैं. One is debt. Debt means you take loans from the banks. Second is equity. So what you do is you go to a share market and say, okay, please give me some money. So individual people from across India will become shareholders. And whatever money comes in, that will be invested in the power sector to strengthen the power sector. So third stage of power reforms is called privatization. In privatization also, the first stage of reforms is disinvestment. So Power Grid Corporation of India में disinvestment शुरू होगा. Now you all can purchase shares of Power Grid Corporation of India from share market. Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam, National Hydro Power Corporation, NTPC. You all can be shareholders of NTPC, NHPC and Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam. Because that disinvestment process has started. Once you have disinvestment to the extent of 51%, 51% से ज़्यादा अगर private entity के पास आ गया, it is called privatization. So power reforms, as of now, if somebody says power reforms, say 3 things. One is stage 1, unbundling. Stage 2 is corporatization. Stage 3 is privatization. And every government is following this step by stage wise. All right. लेकिन एक चैलेंज था. क्या हुआ जब कॉर्पोरेटाइजेशन करा, असम ने तो बहुत अच्छा कर लिया. असम ने असम पावर जनरेटिंग कंपनी बना ली, फिर असम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ग्रिड कॉर्पोरेशन, फिर असम पावर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कॉर्पोरेशन. महाराष्ट्र में देयर वाज अ चैलेंज. महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट वाज सेइंग that okay, Electricity Act has provided for corporatization and unbundling, but what about unity of command? Once we make 3 companies or 4 companies, the control of government is then not there. There is no unity of command. What will the principal secretary or head of the power department do? What will be if there is a minister of power? What is the role of minister of power? All the managing directors and the board of directors will decide everything. Where is the control of the government? So then a solution was found, and solution was like this: that एक काम करो, एक होल्डिंग कंपनी बना लो. होल्डिंग कंपनी के चेयरपर्सन या तो मिनिस्टर होंगे या फिर प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी होंगे. एंड अंडर दैट होल्डिंग कंपनी देयर कैन बी 3 कंपनीज. द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एक्ट डज नॉट से दैट यू कैन नॉट हैव अ होल्डिंग कंपनी. इट इज ओनली सेइंग दैट यू हैव टू have three entity, trifurcation करना है, but there is no mention that there cannot be holding company. So what Maharashtra did is it made a holding company, और holding company का नाम था MSEB Holding Company Limited. Under MSEB Holding Company Limited, there are three subsidiaries. So Maharashtra State Power Generating Company Limited, Maharashtra State Power Electricity Transmission Corporation Limited, Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Company Limited. But UP had another problem. UP, उत्तर प्रदेश का कहना ये था कि sir, this trifurcation and unbundling is very good. But when I do this trifurcation, 5% of employees will be in Genco generating company, 5% employees will be in transmission company, but 90% of my employees are in distribution company. ये तो बड़ा challenging है मेरे लिए. Division और efficiency कहाँ है? Effectively हमने सिर्फ 2 कंपनीज बाहर निकाल ली. Then a solution was found. और solution ये find करा गया कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एक्ट ये थोड़ी बोलता है कि you cannot have more than one distribution company. You can have as many distribution company. So then उत्तर प्रदेश incorporated 4 distribution company. पश्चिमांचल विद्युत वितरण निगम लिमिटेड, पूर्वांचल विद्युत वितरण निगम लिमिटेड, दक्षिणांचल विद्युत वितरण निगम लिमिटेड and मध्यांचल विद्युत वितरण निगम लिमिटेड. 4 discoms, generating company and transmission company. So this was the solution, but then there was another problem. There was a dispute between hydro and thermal power plants. They also said, whoever is expert in hydro may not be expert in thermal, and whoever is expert in thermal, he would like to be in thermal plant, and whoever is expert in hydro, and it makes sense also कि भाई जिसको जहां एक्सपर्टाइज है वहीं पे रखो उसको. Then another solution was found कि there is no mention in the Electricity Act says unbundling, corporatization, privatization. It does not provide that there cannot be more than one generating company. So states ने क्या करा, एक थर्मल के लिए कंपनी बना दी और दूसरी जल विद्युत निगम बना दिया फॉर हाइड्रो. So this problem was also solved. Our reforms in India means 3 things. Number 1 is unbundling, trifurcation. Number 2 and stage 2 is corporatization. Incorporate the power company as a company under Companies Act. Third is privatization. So disinvestment is a first step of privatization. And Delhi mein you have a system wherein 51% shareholding is with BSES Yamuna, BSES Rajdhani and Tata Power. So it is fully private, and 49% is with Government of Delhi, NCR, NCT of Delhi. So it is privatized. So this is, with this, I conclude my dialogue. Back to you.